The house was peaceful that evening. Sunlight had dipped behind the horizon, and the golden glow of lamps filled the rooms with a warm atmosphere. Dinner had been cleared away, the dishes stacked neatly in the kitchen sink, and most of the family had settled into their nightly routines, all except for one person. Upstairs, a storm of noise shook the calm. The music pulsed with bass so heavy it rattled the picture frames on the wall. The beats thumped through the ceiling, each vibration stronger than the last. In her bedroom sat Lisa, a 20-year-old girl with a free-spirited streak that often clashed with the order of the household. She was sprawled across her bed in a yellow frock, her long hair loose, tapping her feet to the rhythm. Her speakers were turned all the way up. The sound was deafening, but she felt alive in it. Music, for her, was more than just sound. It was escape, energy, and freedom all rolled into one. For everyone else, it was torture. From downstairs, her mother, Emily, called out, raising her voice above the pounding beats. "Lisa, turn it down." There was no answer. Emily sighed and shook her head, folding her arms as she tried to continue tidying the living room. She had warned her daughter before about the noise, about how it disturbed everyone in the house. Tonight seemed worse than usual. Lisa did eventually lower the volume, but only for a few minutes. As soon as she thought her mother wasn't listening, she slid the volume bar back up, filling the air with heavy sound again. Her younger siblings groaned from their bedrooms, covering their ears with pillows. Even the neighbors, through the thin walls of the street-facing house, could probably hear the thunder of her speakers. Emily's patience wore thin. Why the third time the music boomed through the ceiling, Emily had had enough. She marched upstairs, her footsteps sharp against the wooden floor. She flung open the bedroom door without knocking. The sight infuriated her. Lisa, stretched across her bed, still in her yellow frock, nodding her head to the music as if nothing in the world could matter more. She barely acknowledged her mother's presence. Emily strode over and pressed the power button on the speakers. Silence crashed down instantly, almost startling. Lisa sat up, her face annoyed. "Mom, what are you doing?" "What am I doing?" Emily snapped, glaring. "What are you doing, young lady? I have told you over and over, this noise is disturbing the whole house. Do you think the world revolves around you?" Lisa crossed her arms, chin tilted up defiantly. "I'm 20 years old. I can listen to music however I want. It's my room." Emily's eyes flashed. "Your room is inside my house. And in this house, we respect others. Your siblings can't study, your grandfather can't rest, and I can't hear myself think. Enough is enough." Lisa rolled her eyes. "You're overreacting. It's just music. Everyone listens to it loud sometimes." "Don't you dare roll your eyes at me," Emily barked, her patience snapping like a twig. "You have been warned more times than I can count. Tonight, you're going to learn what it means to respect others." Lisa's smirk faltered. "Mom, seriously? What are you talking about?" Emily stepped closer, her voice low and stern. "I am talking about discipline." Before Lisa could argue further, Emily reached forward and took her daughter by the wrist, pulling her off the bed. Lisa squealed in shock, trying to resist. "Mom, what are you doing? I'm not a kid." Emily sat firmly on the edge of the bed, pulling Lisa across her lap in one swift motion. The yellow fabric of her frock swished as she struggled. "You're acting like one," Emily said, her voice steady, "and you'll be treated like one until you learn respect." Lisa kicked her legs, her hand pressing against the bed, her cheeks flaming red with embarrassment. "This is ridiculous," she shouted, but her words were cut off with the sharp sound of a smack. The palm landed firmly against her, the sound echoing in the silence of the room. Lisa yelped, shocked more by the humiliation than the sting. "Mom, stop." But Emily did not stop. Smack after smack landed, steady and deliberate, punctuated with her stern words, "This smack is for ignoring me." Smack. "This smack is for disrespecting the whole house." Smack. "And this smack is to remind you that freedom does not mean selfishness." Smack. Lisa squirmed desperately, her yellow frock twisting as she tried to shield herself, but Emily held her firmly in place. The lesson continued until Lisa's resistance dissolved into embarrassed whimpers. Finally, Emily stopped, resting her hand on her lap as she caught her breath. She helped her daughter back onto her feet. Lisa stood awkwardly, brushing her hair out of her flushed face, avoiding her mother's eyes, her pride wounded far worse than anything else. Silence hung in the room. Lisa sniffled, her hands fidgeting at her sides, the yellow fabric of her frock rumpled from the struggle. Emily's voice softened, though it remained firm. "Lisa, I didn't do this to hurt you. I did this because I love you, and because you need to understand that your actions affect everyone around you. Playing your music that loudly shows no care for others. This family deserves peace." Lisa swallowed hard, her defiance drained. She nodded slowly, eyes damp. "I'm sorry, Mom. I didn't realize. I mean, I knew it was loud, but I didn't think it bothered people that much." "It did," Emily said simply. "And you'll remember this lesson next time you think about blasting your speakers. Am I clear?" Lisa sighed, rubbing her arm, her voice small. "Yes, Mom. I understand." Later that evening, the house returned to its calm. The siblings studied peacefully, and even the neighbors seemed relieved. Upstairs, Lisa put her music on again, but this time through her headphones. The beats thumped in her ears, just as alive as before, but quieter, private. She smiled faintly to herself, lying back on her bed in her yellow frock, the memory of her mother's discipline still fresh enough to keep the volume low. She had learned the lesson. Freedom only worked when balanced with respect, and for the first time, the music brought her peace, and peace to everyone else too.